Maestro Khachatryan. Today was your first rehearsal with the Sofia Philharmonic Orchestra. What are your impressions?
Well, it was a very nice meeting and good reception by the orchestra. As always, for me, I don't like sharing so much secrets, especially whenever it was the first rehearsal, and it's a working process. It's like whenever you're cooking a great meal, like the chef, of the Michelin star, he doesn't want to know what is happening in the kitchen, so he just brings the result, whenever it's finished. So that's why what I can say is just that it was a very nice working hours with the orchestra, a very nice feeling and atmosphere, also with the conductor, and a good, I think, productive work for now. And then we will see on the general, and there will be still a concert, so looking forward very much.
Please tell us about the piece that you will perform, first violin concerto by Max Bruch, one of masterpieces of romantic music.
It is actually a masterpiece, and one of the problematics about the Bruch concerto, I think, is his over-popularity. Because, we human beings, we tend to take, when something is too popular, we lose a bit, maybe the special approach, maybe the depth, in going into the material. And in my opinion, it is one of the most, if we could, describe beauty in music, that would be for me Bruch and Brahms, maybe the concertos. It's one of the most beautiful concertos from the Romantic era. I know, by reading a bit about the concerto, that Bruch started actually at some point, to not like his first concerto, because it was everyone only wanted to perform the first one and no one wanted to perform his other two concertos. And he really was, getting really furious and angry and depressed about that. But to be fair, I think I think there is a reason, I guess, why everyone wanted to perform the first one. And for me, the most interesting and the most important movement is the central movement. I mean, the second movement, which has so much beauty and purity.
Do you have a favorite composer who is closest to your heart? A work you are always ready to play again and again?
All the works that I have been playing till now are 99% the works that I really love, and I would, with pleasure, come back to them. If you're talking about the violin concertos, I have so many favorite violin concertos. It's difficult to tell which one is more favorite than the others, but if we can mention, Beethoven, Shostakovich first, Brahms, I think I cannot tell you just one piece or one composer that I really give the favorite. I mean, I do perform a lot Khachatryan also, because it's also from my country, the great composer. And whatever I play, I think I found my language and my own approach. I'm not a big fan of playing everything. I just, whoever has the interest of playing different pieces, I mean, that's great. But I only play works that I really feel I can find a relationship to it, and which really is touching me in different ways, but is really telling me something.
What constitutes a good live performance, in your opinion? What's your approach to performing on stage?
Well, this is a very tricky question, because performing on stage is something very unpredictable. The stage itself, is a very unknown territory. For me, at least. I mean, for my character, for my emotional structure that I have inside me, for my, I don't know, chemicals. And so, because whatever you do, how much you work at home, you prepare, you have the ideas that like you're all the time making it better until, you come to the concert, which is kind of the result of all the work and all the dedication and the devotion that you did put, onto that certain piece that you will perform. But then comes the amazing thing about the stage, that, you enter the stage and then everything is different. Different in the sense of, obviously, you have a nervosity, it's together, the adrenaline and a lot of different stress that is coming on you, and which is not only negative, it is as well positive if you can handle it in the right way. But it's a feeling that you only have when you're on stage. That's why I think a stage itself, is like this mystical world that you can only have when it's there. And obviously, the part of that mystical world, and very, very essential part, is doing the audience. Because the same stage, if you enter the stage without the audience, for example, what we do when we rehearse, is not the same stage. That's why I cannot tell you that I have a certain, approach, a certain plan how to go on stage and how to be on stage.
If you had to describe your character with musical terms, who would it be?
I don't know. It's difficult to describe yourself, I think the description, I will leave that to the audience, to describe me as a musician. Because it's difficult to tell something about yourself, especially because it is very difficult, I think, for a human being to see himself objectively and to see him, from a different angle. I mean, that's what we try sometimes to do, to see us, from a different perspective, to really understand who we are and how we can get better. But it's difficult to do that. That's why I think whoever will listen to me, I guess then they can give a certain description, if it's possible. I don't know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.